If you're looking for a dog trainer here in Overland Park, you know it can feel like a lot. So let's break it all down step by step. We're going to walk through everything you need to find the perfect fit for you and your dog.
You know that picture in your head, right? Maybe it's a super chill walk along the Indian Creek Trail, or you're just relaxing on a patio somewhere with your dog lying calmly at your feet. That's the dream, isn't it? Well, good training is what gets you there. It's totally possible.
Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. We'll talk about why training here is a little unique, how to find a trainer you can trust, what kind of training style might work for you, and what it's going to cost. Then we'll get into the key questions you should be asking and finish up with some local rules and great spots to practice.
All right, first things first. Why is training so important for a dog living in Overland Park? It really comes down to preparing them for the kinds of things they'll see and do in our community every single day. I mean, just think about a typical day around here. You've got the busy sidewalks on Metcalf, all those great outdoor patios over by the promenade, not to mention joggers and cyclists popping up on the trails. Your dog has to be able to handle all that, right? Good training is just about making sure those everyday situations are safe and, actually enjoyable for everyone.
Okay, so how do you actually find the right person for the job? Well, it's about finding a qualified professional whose methods are modern and, most of all, humane.
The gold standard in training these days is something called positive reinforcement. It's pretty simple, really. You're rewarding your dog for doing the right thing with a treat or praise or a favorite toy. It's all about teaching them what to do instead of just punishing them for what not to do. It builds so much trust and, honestly, it makes learning fun for them.
Now, you're probably going to see a bunch of letters after a trainer's name like these. Don't worry, you don't need to memorize them all. Just think of them as proof that this person has done their homework. It means they've passed some tough tests and they really keep up with the latest in animal behavior science.
Next up, let's talk about the different ways you can actually do the training, because what works for one person and their dog might not be the best fit for you and yours.
So two really common choices are in-home training and group classes. In-home is awesome for stuff that happens, at home. Like if your dog goes nuts when the doorbell rings, you're tackling the problem right there in that exact spot. On the other hand, group classes are great for learning to listen around distractions. Your dog gets to practice focusing on you when there are other dogs and people around, which is a huge real-world skill.
Then you have a couple more intensive options. Private lessons are exactly what they sound like. It's just you, your dog, and the trainer. This is fantastic if you have really specific things you want to work on. And then there's board and train. This is where your dog actually stays with the trainer for a period of time. It can really accelerate the learning process, especially if you're short on time for that daily practice.
Okay, let's talk money. You should really think of this as an investment in having a long, happy life together with your dog.
So what can you expect to see for pricing right here in the Overland Park and Johnson County area?
All right, as you can see, there's a pretty wide range here. For a set of puppy or group classes that run for a few weeks, you're looking at maybe $140 to just under $300. A single private lesson is usually somewhere between $100 and $200. Then you get into the bigger packages, like in-home training bundles or a multi-week board and train, which are, of course, a more significant investment. Oh, and one thing to remember, some trainers might add a travel fee if you're a bit further out.
Okay, this next part is huge. Here are the questions you absolutely should ask any trainer you're thinking about hiring. This is your checklist.
You really want to get clear answers on these. Ask them how they keep training positive. Ask about their certifications. A really good one is, how are you going to customize this for my dog? And you need to know what's expected of you. What's the homework like? For any real behavioral stuff, it's also a great sign if they're willing to work with your vet. How they answer these questions tells you pretty much everything you need to know about their style.
All right, so you've done the training. Now let's talk about putting all those new skills into practice around town. Just a few quick local rules to be aware of. You know the basics. Dogs have to be on a leash pretty much everywhere in public unless it's a designated dog park. Kansas law also says they need a current rabies tag on their collar. And yeah, there are local rules about nuisance barking. Honestly, having a well-trained dog just makes all of this stuff super easy to manage.
And the best part? Once you've built up those skills, there are so many awesome local places to go. You can head to Barker Dog Park or Heritage Park to work on that recall in a safe spot. The Indian Creek Trail is perfect for practicing your loose leash walking around bikes and joggers. And the Arboretum? What a great place to practice just being calm and relaxed in a beautiful, busy environment.
Because really, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Helping your dog become that confident, well-behaved companion that you can take with you anywhere you go. All the work you put in now is going to pay off in so many ways. At home, things will be calmer. And out and about, you'll be able to enjoy everything our community has to offer with your best friend right by your side. Enjoy the journey of building that amazing partnership with your dog.